Welcome. That was like my favorite part from the J. Cole. Which one is that? Welcome.
I have no idea what you're talking
about. Is it Friday Night Lights? Is it? It's, I'm telling you, I'm gonna play it like after the pod. But welcome to the Plugged In Podcast. Welcome.
It sounds like you really biting off of good times. Good times, anytime you need it, baby.
Good times.
Anytime you feel free. Good times, anytime you're banana. Get it on water. Make it away when you can.
Simple happy love. Good times. Easy good ripples. Good times. Scratching and surviving.
Good times.
Hey, little Johnny. Good times.
Oh, yeah. Something like that, right?
Ain't we happy we got 'em?
Oh.
Good
Good times. Ah, that's what it was. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, we killed that.
We did. I thought we did too.
We kind of missed a couple words in there, but yeah, that's pretty good.
Who cares?
It was dynamite.
Yo, what's the part where we say, hey,
I don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah. Just as long as you like have a high pitched voice in that moment, I feel like you can get away with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Hope it don't sound too bad on the podcast.
Well, anyway, welcome back, people, to Plugged In. I am your host, Sierra.
I'm Cam B.
And we are plugged into all things sports, culture, and lifestyle, and this is our outlet. So, again, thank y'all for joining us today.
Yes.
And let's just get right to the shits, my boy.
We're here.
So,
welcome. My fault. All right. So we're. Sorry. It is time for the plug.
Plug.
This is where we tap into the latest and greatest in Queen City, and then I guess. This time we're going to have a lot going on with the national news. You know, it's been a lot of stuff going on where in D.C., thoughts and prayers, and Philly as well. But, yeah, we'll keep you abreast with all things concurrent and resources to charge up your week. So, man, let's go ahead and start off with this. It's going to get a little dark, but hopefully we can kind of guide you out the light, guide you out the darkness to the light.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So far.
Tag it. Trademark it. All right. So there was in D.C., there was a plane crash. I think they were either they were coming in from Kansas City, or Kansas, or going to Kansas.
No, they were flying in.
Flying into
D.C., flying into D.C. About to land.
About to land
like
land into the water. From the updates, everyone is deceased.
Yeah,
that's going on,
which is extremely sad. Like, no survivors. I guess they found a few bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
they didn't find them all.
Yeah, they didn't find them all, and so it's just very sad. But it looked like when you watch it, it looks intentional.
You think so? You know,
just the way it was coming in, and they keep talking about how like the news networks keep talking about how Black Hawks are supposed to have the most technology and all these be up to date more than any other type of aircraft.
Right.
And for that to happen is just like unheard of.
I agree.
And they actually found today, I think I might have seen this on like NBC or something like that, some black boxes, that are part of like aircraft, so in those black boxes you can hear like audio and different things that the pilots are talking about. So, but it takes them a while to get all of that.
Yeah.
And they found it in the water, so it could be damaged or maybe
water
not.
damage and stuff like that.
So we'll see.
Man, I try not to watch videos like that. Like even with the one in Philadelphia that just happened tonight. Actually,
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, I can't look at those kind of things because I did some time in the Navy and like I've seen like videos of just like legit like. Or now some of them have been like unclassified, but bombs being dropped on like civilians, which is like insane.
Right.
So like when I can't watch people like dying anymore just because it's not like a good feeling.
Yeah, no.
But thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it just makes you put things into perspective. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been hearing a lot of people say this, but like when you say to people, safe travels, like, hope you make it home okay, or hope, whatever, like. Mean that stuff, man. Like, you got to speak with intent, and I feel like when I say that I'm really thinking of them, and I'm always texting my friend, hey, did you make it, or got our locations or whatever so you can see. But it's some wild times that we're living in, and gotta stay prayed up, man.
For sure.
Gotta live life the right way.
Yeah, And I know one of the people that I wanted to like kind of like highlight. Well, I want to highlight the Charlotte air crew, the flight crew, flight attendants. They were assigned to Charlotte's base. That Charlotte was their base. So the flight attendants and whoever was like on that flight, they're gone. Thoughts and prayers to your family, whether in Charlotte or abroad, wherever. And there was also she had just been appointed a professor at Howard Law, Kiah Duggins. She's leaving behind a husband and 2 kids. So just thinking about that, like I want to second like what you said too. It's like, you know, we take for granted like telling people like, hey, let me know when you make it home. You know, it's been times where you leaving here and I'm like, hey man, let me know you made it home. You're like, man, you got my location, and it's just like we laugh about it, but like seriously, you never know. Like that might be the last time you see somebody. So, hey man,
love on your people.
Yeah, man, I love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too.
I would give you a hug, but I don't feel like
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. But yeah, man, there was another one. And it was a small plane crash into a northeast Philly neighborhood. Small jet. They were on a medical assignment, so thoughts and prayers for that. We don't know all the information that's going on there, but we'll have some later in the week, and hopefully we don't. Hopefully it's nothing like intentional. It wasn't anything planned, but yeah, man, thoughts and prayers.
I will say I don't like how Donald Trump addressed the nation with this tragedy. Mm-hmm. You know, there was no accountability for any of his action or anything. It was just placing blame, and it's like it's not a need for that. The country needs to feel comfort. They need to feel at ease. And all he has done is make people feel uneasy this entire week. It's just one thing after another with this guy.
Almost trying to justify his actions as far as just like the DEI. Right.
Trying to blame it on diversity is why the plane crash happened. What?
Very interesting take on that. You know, sometimes I think that man less is more in his case. As far as like, sometimes you gotta know just what is it? STFU?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Right.
But you know, the man doesn't have any tact. He doesn't have. He's very insensitive to like those who have lost their lives and family and all of us. So, man, hopefully, man, with these next 3 years and like 11 months. All right, we're back. But now, I mean, we were just talking about Trump, man. You see that the defense agency bans events promoting DEI to comply with Trump's executive order. So that's like Black History Month, like Women's Heritage Month. Well, like Juneteenth
is in there.
So how do you feel about this?
All the gay shit is in there.
Yeah, man. LGBTQ ally.
I mean, it sucks. I feel like it's just really setting us backwards. Like, that's it. It's setting us backwards. Like, you work so hard to have Martin Luther King Day, Juneteenth, Black History Month, and he does it the day before Black History Month starts. The month is already short. And you do this.
It's the shortest month.
Oh my God! There's L after L in January.
I really think we need to be celebrating Black History Month. Every month should be Black History Month. And we literally built this country.
Facts.
But it's nice being able to have like a month where we are represented and like we actually are showing each other like love. We should be showing each other love like every month, but you know, it's nice having that like 1 month carved out for us to like for people to actually be aware of what's going on within our like culture and our history. But
right.
The feds don't care about us, man. Let's just be honest about it.
Donald Trump just wants to make sure we know he hates black people. He hates the minorities, not just black people. He hates minorities.
Do you think Trump racist?
Absolutely. He's showing us.
I think he's a troll. I don't know if he's racist.
He's absolutely racist.
He used to be with like P. Diddy, all those guys.
It don't matter.
Well, that's the worst thing.
Exactly. Because it was P now.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think he's a troll. I think he's very much in over his head. But you know, I hope that one day we're able to come back to our like the realization that like everything is better when we're all working together, man. Being divisive, segregation is not the way at this point in time.
It feels like that's what he wants from us, the segregation.
I'm telling you.
We're not going to get on that again this week, but I truly feel like that's what he wants.
Yeah. As you can see, we're looking up. We're still watching some of the game, Unrivaled. I'm a fan.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
It's a big matchup going on right now.
Yeah. Speaking of matchups, you know, the Hornets. You know, since moving to Charlotte, I've become a big Hornets fan. So, and I actually went to a game last week.
Love that for you.
I was pissed because LaMelo didn't play.
Shocker.
Yeah, then played 2 days later and like hurt his ankle. Thoughts and prayers. But yeah, they got the Nuggets coming up on February 1st, and then a couple days after that, they got the Bucks. So if you're interested in going to the game, hey man, you need to find a friend with like season tickets. They might give you tickets for free. That's weird. That's a ghost. Why is the?
It's that air draft up in here.
I was about to say I thought the townhouse may have been leaning.
There's something going on in here.
It is. We're gonna get off of that because I'm getting a little scared. But man, like we're gonna get out the plug, man. Let's flow right into the outlet. This is where we discuss different views, feelings, and thoughts that we have happening within our society as young professionals, young like talent, young entrepreneurs. Things that
gifted in black.
Young, gifted in black, and that's a fact.
I thought I turned everything into a song, but you got me beat today, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry.
You're in a good mood. I love that.
I'm in a great mood. You know, like the last couple of weeks, like every week we pod, you know what I eat? Tacos. Today I had nachos. So I always have Mexican before I pods. So I always gain like 3 to 4 pounds before I get.
Pre-game meal.
Pre-game meal. I'm getting ready. And I had like a nice little agua fresca. It's gone, but all right, I'm sorry. My tangents. Right. But here, this is where we relate everything back to mental health, maintaining relationships, and past traumas that affect you and me. And you. And you. And
all right.
You. All right. I'm gonna take it over to Sierra, man. What we got here on the docket, man?
Man, I'm telling you, somebody did there, but I'm gonna get off of that though. Anyway, so
I'm gonna turn this fan off a little bit.
You know, we're in our 30s. You're talking about young professionals, young, black, gifted, talented, all the things, right?
Yep.
And as young people, no matter the race, whatever, gender, we deal with a lot of things, especially in our 30s. So let's talk about being 30 and Turnt. What does that look like?
My knees hurt. My lower back hurts when I run.
Same. Y'all, I slipped. I slipped at Cam's house, right? First of all, there's 3 stories in this thing. So one, going up and down these stairs.
Every
sucks.
time winded when I get to the top floor of the office.
So speaking of being, in our 30s and old and your bones just not working like they used to, I slipped down the stairs the other day. It's like 2 weeks ago now.
It's been like 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks actually.
Yeah.
Slipped. My knee kind of did a little something. I was like, I'm fine. I'm walking down. I'm like, whatever. I get home, I'm like, feels a little funny. Next day, still feels a little funny. Then it kind of goes away, but I get to doing certain movements. It still feels a little funny.
Is it the left or the right knee?
The left one.
You know, my right knee hurts, and that's when I burned my knee because I was trying to ice it.
Yeah, see. We getting old, man.
Yeah, we are.
But, so I got to keep training, keep working out, all those things, but it's tough being in the 30s.
Hey, man.
It's a hard time.
When Father Time hits you in your 30s, Father Time hits you.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's here.
Yeah. And then 31 feels different from 30.
32 feels completely different than 30.
Damn, you old.
Yes. Like, I don't even know my metabolism's slowing down.
Yeah.
Beard don't grow. My beard don't grow as full as it used to. You pissing me off. It is still kind of full, but it should grow longer.
You look good.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. But no, I get it though. Like, the metabolism thing is huge.
It's huge.
Because I used to think, like, oh, I'm good, whatever, I eat what I want, which I still do. But lately, I've just been feeling a little different about that. Then I got on the InBody today.
What's that?
So, InBody scale is like, it takes your body fat percentage, your water weight, your muscle mass, all the things. Mm-hmm. And I had lost weight, but muscle weighs more than fat, right? So, I also lost muscle because I hadn't been working out like I should because I've been so busy. It's an excuse. I got to make time for it. But anyway, I didn't like what my body fat was. I can tell you that.
Okay, what was it?
I'm not going to tell you. But it goes back to that metabolism because I need to be cooking more, stop eating out as much, all the things. But it's just so much. It's so convenient when you have such long days. You know
I agree. Yo, I did that like when I was in college, right? Mm-hmm. So like it showed like a whole imprint of my body.
Right.
It was like your left bicep and your right bicep, one was bigger than the other.
Yeah, it measured all that.
I was like, why is one bigger than the other? And she looked at me. I said, oh.
All right.
Yeah, my fault.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, guys. But, nah.
That might go over some people say this.
Not for real. But, like, I think for me, like, being 30, like, health-wise, let's talk about health, like, since we're already on the topic. You take for granted, like, your metabolism, like, when you're younger, all the stuff that you eat, You know, me eating back in the day, I could like literally eat those 2 McChickens, large fry, and then like large teas. That used to be $5. Now you go there to McDonald's, it's like 10. But that's another point. Yeah, that's besides the point. But like now, if I eat that food, like literally, I feel like completely. I feel like crap.
Right.
So it's just a situation where you have to be mindful of what you put into your body, because now like a lot of those like choices that we made in our like 20s are now going to start affecting us now in our 30s, moving into our 40s, where we're nowhere near yet. We have time, but I didn't realize it till like recently, where it's like, man, like everything I eat is like it's almost like fuel for my body.
Right.
And
yeah, you should have known that.
Yeah, but you know, like when you're younger and you're working, like if you're working out all the time, like when we was in high school, college.
Right, true.
Yeah, like you're always active. You're working out. You're literally like playing games. So
it's funny you say that
you're
too.
all that up.
Because when I was in college, matter of fact, me and Jackie one week we were just going through a preseason conditioning freshman year.
Yeah.
Okay, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
And one week we went to Cookout every day and got milkshakes because we were just going through it every day. Could you imagine doing that right now in your 30s, going to Cookout and eating a milkshake every day? Oh my gosh! 1, blow up like a balloon. 2,
I couldn't do it.
Butt on fire. 3, couldn't move.
So good. But the fact that y'all were able to do that is insane.
I mean, we were burning it off.
Okay, because you're burning it off.
Depressed, probably.
Really?
Not depressed. I shouldn't use that loosely, but we were down and out.
That's a tough time.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Our conditioning was rough. Our freshman year, oh my gosh, bro. The horror stories.
You know, when I walked on the A&T for like, it was like 2010.
Yeah.
When I first got to like summer camp, we had to run like 8. It was like 15 or 18, one or two, like 110s. I maybe got through like 8 of them things. Almost passed out. I had to do extra work for the rest of summer camp. Couldn't do it. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, health-wise, man, in your 30s, it's definitely a different like ball game. But as far as like being lit,
yeah, 30 and Turnt. Are you Turnt? Are you Turnt up? Tee up, my boy.
You know, there was a point in time where I'm like, yeah, I really want to be Turnt, but being Turnt costs a lot of money.
Say that one more time.
It costs a lot of money.
Right.
And not to mention, it's like, you know, in my 30s, I've really gotten to a point. I seen this meme the other day. I posted it. It's like, you know, when you get to your 30s, you really want to find like peace.
Absolutely.
You know, in your 20s, you really like. I was like Turnt. Like in the Navy, there wasn't a drink I wouldn't pass up. They were like literally taking shots of 151 like Bacardi rum.
I wasn't that Turnt. I was never really that Turnt in college or in my 20s.
Yeah.
I was the most Turnt at age 30.
Really?
Just that 1 year. I was outside.
Really? You were outside.
What? I was having a time.
You were outside.
The year I turned 30, I'm talking like it's so long ago. It was really.
It was like last year.
Well, the year before last.
You're not 30.
2025. I turned 30. I'm going to turn 32 this year. So, yeah, 2023. So, anyway, I turned 30, right? I had just got out of a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Getting a little money. And then my friends were like, hey, we outside. It was right in the springtime when it happened.
Yeah.
I already had, plans to go overseas and see some friends and stuff. Like, you talking about somebody was out? It was a time I was at Cloud every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday.
We had a time.
I think you tried to invite me out one time. I was like, yeah.
We did do some stuff.
Yeah, we did.
You dragged me outside too. Well, that dragged me outside. I probably drove you outside.
I would be like, man, let's go somewhere. He's like, nah, let's go to Cloud.
No, we would start somewhere else and then we go to Cloud. Yeah, I was in there too much. They knew me at the door at Cloud. I said when they started be like, oh yeah, you good and didn't check my stuff no more.
Yeah.
I was like, I stopped coming here.
Nah, that's insane. But then that's a good thing because then you get in like for free. Then you might get.
Well, yeah, I was getting free for Cloud.
Really? Okay, I don't think I paid.
You had a little hookup in there.
You might get a hookup with sections.
I didn't though. And I know. Well, actually, I tell you that. Yes, I did a little bit. But that is the last time that I put any money for a section.
Really?
It was my birthday that year.
Yeah. How much is this? How much was this? How much was it? I'm not watching your pockets.
Do you really want to know?
Sure.
It was $1,000.
Sick.
Minimum.
Sick.
Like that we had to spend.
What kind of?
So it was like a bunch of us though. It had to be like 12 to 14 people in that thing.
So y'all split that.
You were out of town. You supposed to be there too.
Yeah, I was out of town.
Yeah, we split for the most part.
$1,000 is insane for like a small booth.
Yeah, we had a time though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very memorable. Everybody remembers that moment.
I missed it.
It was a good time. They threw me a surprise party.
Yeah.
Earlier that day.
I do remember that at the beach house, at the house.
Lake House, yeah.
Lake House.
Shout out to Omar and Jackie because they went out for my birthday.
They love you for real.
They love me. I'm a dog, man.
Man, Omar need to come back up here so he can be on the pod again.
Yeah.
Never seen him around. But
I was just with him actually. He was at the game with me. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the last time I was like turn for real.
Okay.
You know, and I'm like I said, I'm not spending money on any sections. I think, you know, people bring this up all the time. Like, why do we spend so many dollars on sections when you could go to the ABC store and just buy a bottle for like $40? But instead, we want to be popping bottle $400 in a section, $500 just so we can have a place to sit down and just look like we.
I think it's status.
Shit.
I think it's status, and people are lazy now.
Too lazy to go to the ABC store and pick up.
People want to go to the club to feel a way for an experience, but when they're in the club, nobody wants to really like dance and like.
Yeah, why are people not dancing anymore?
Because people are lazy. People want to. The one thing a girl told me the other day,
I'm not gonna dance.
There was a woman that told me, she was like, I don't want to sweat my hair out.
I get that. If you're natural, you don't have like locks or you don't have a good sewing, you probably should. Because if a girl got some leave out on the top of that shit,
it's gonna be up here.
What? Oh, bro, that's rough.
Man,
what you doing if a girl come up to you? If you were in a relationship, a girl come up to you, right?
We at the club.
Y'all at the club, and leave out, going crazy, nappy as hell. What you doing?
After
and she trying to spit, because you know girls are real confident these days.
Girls are real confident.
Yeah, they real bold. So she's spitting. What's up?
If she's cute, if I'm attracted to her, I would talk to her.
Even with her leave out messed up, bro. Let me tell you something. If she not take care of her leave out, she can't take care of you.
But
and I mean that. But it's like if they got a lash hanging off, they not take care of their leave out. They don't care about themselves. How they gonna care about you, bro? You gotta think about these things.
Let me tell you this. If we're in the club like we were in like early 2000s, like 2010.
We talking about now. Today we in our 30s.
Now
we looking for people that's going
with the environment
families with
the environment that we live in now at the club. I would never talk to a woman at the club. I would never want to talk to a woman that I meet in the club.
You never want to talk what?
If I wouldn't want to, but I would probably go for the woman that is like. If I have to choose between a friend group, I'm going for the least turnt woman of the group.
Right, I like a person that's chill. I don't want somebody that's all whatever.
I would want someone that's not like that's really not her scene, but like she's there just to like be there for like FOMO, yeah. But like if she come over and she's like, oh, what's up? Like, leave out. First thing we'll say is like, are you good? Like, you drunk? Oh. That's the first thing you got to make sure because like she probably done fell somewhere. Probably done like.
No. She had to fall for her leave out to be messed up.
Did she come into the club with like leave out like crazy?
Yeah, like her friend didn't tell her, or she was in there and maybe got a little frizz.
Yeah, humidity is a thing.
Yeah, but my thing is like if my leave out messed up, you gotta roll.
That's like somebody saying like if you go to a girl and your hair is not twisted all the way, like she should like.
Right now I don't have a retwist, but I got this hat on. I bet you they still would come.
But you can look. You take the hat off that forehead, showing like.
First of all, they like my forehead. Second of all, if I take my hat off and I kind of let the hair hang a little bit, I think they still look because locks are a natural look.
It depends. Different. It depends on the natural look. You
got to take care of your natural look.
Yeah,
like
you can't.
My locks still look good. So they
like your fits are very clean, smooth. You can't have a smooth like lower half and then the upper like neck is just like Rastafari. You know, you gotta make
sure. So I'm Rastafari right now.
No, you worse than that. You're Bomba Clock.
You be like we on this camera.
Hey, last week, my beard was like all everywhere. I had to like really shake my stuff up real quick.
So you just want to talk shit to me because you got a little line up now. You got a little. It's okay. Because I'm about to get this retwist. So we gonna be.
You say you were getting a retwist last week.
I did, but then.
Sickness.
What had happened was kind of thing.
Yo, there has been like something going around because we got sick a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I had to think about that. All right.
But listen. You're not hearing me though. If the leave out,
if the leave out's messed up,
nails not down. Like I like mine a little bougie.
You know what? The first thing I look at, even though I have like a little cricket, teeth. If your teeth are yellow or you have like some like if I feel like you don't maintain your teeth, I don't care about cricket teeth. I care about white teeth. I care about good like
good hygiene.
Good hygiene.
Yeah, don't come over.
So the first thing I look at is teeth. The next thing I look at is toes, because I get pedicures. You have really nice toes and you have really nice teeth, I'll talk to you. I don't suck toes, but I do like a woman with really good toes. I like, if you have white toes, very questionable, because I heard...
White toes for the free toes?
Yeah. TikTok told me it's for the hoes, so if you wear white toes...
I feel like a lot of girls go white toes, especially if they're brown skin, dark skin, like that's like better for their skin complexion.
So I don't generalize, but I was a little skeptical, like, why you got white toes? Are you a hoe? But, yeah.
The first thing I'm looking at, what you think?
Height.
Shit like that. No.
What you look at?
The fit. What's the shoes and the fit giving? Yeah. Because let me tell you something, ladies. If we are in the winter months and you got your toes out, please. Automatic no. Because why are we doing that? That's an ick for me. Like, ugh. Why are your toes out in the winter? It's cold outside, boo. Put them chicken nuggets up.
You know I walk out with Birkenstocks and the socks on. Why are you talking like that?
I say for the girlies, not for you, but I did say something to you about your shoes when I got here. That's funny, I forgot about that. But, like, that's like a thing. Like, first of all, I don't want to have to worry about what you got on when we going somewhere. That scares me.
You know, but I think...
You got to look like something.
But I do think that, like, if you... Could you date a girl that, like, cannot dress?
I did before.
Could you do it again?
Mm-mm.
You couldn't?
Nah, I've been there, done that a couple times. I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
Nah.
It's funny though. I was just talking to my mom about this other day. I told you about our best friend. Shout out to you, Mom. About how I was dating someone, right? Mm-hmm. And certain things that they like did. It's like, how did I deal with that for the length of time that I did, or just like, why did I do that? You know. Yeah. And once that ended and I popped outside and I realized, like, got my confidence back because I'm, like, realizing who trying to, like, these type of girls that trying to talk to me and, like, what they look like, what they got on, what they got going on for themselves. Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm all right. I forgot for a minute. Sometimes you forget.
You do forget.
And then, like Kendrick said, you got to pop out and show niggas. So
sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that, my fault. But,
no, but I feel you, though. But, like, you pop back out. They had me outside. I'm like, I'm having a good conversation, seeing some people. I'm like, you know what? I can't go back.
I can't go back. Nah, when it comes to clothes, I don't too much care for clothes. I can put on a fit. Yeah. But for the most time, I really like to be comfortable. Yeah, sure. I'm going to wear flip-flops, Birkenstocks to be exact. Right. 4 seasons of the year, 12 months out the year. But I will say that, like, when it comes to, because you were just talking about, like, what were you talking about? Dating. Were you talking about dating?
Well, we were talking about, like, what's the first thing you look at somebody? Yeah. Because, I mean, part of being, in your 30s, dating, you're trying to see people. Like, I say, the first thing I'm looking at is they fit, but I also, like, got to know who they are as a person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think that, like, I always look at teeth because, like, my mom was very stickler of, like, teeth. Like, she made sure the dentist was, like, our best friend. Like, we got, like, had braces, all the whole nine. But also, like, if we walked down our breast thing, she's like, yeah, go brush your teeth again. But, feet, like, I just kind of, I like getting my feet done. Like, I cannot lie.
I need to do a better job of that.
You do?
Yeah.
I try to do it, like, at least, like, I used to do, like, once every year, like, going into the summer. But I try to do, like, every other month.
Yeah, that's good. I said I'm going to do better with that this year.
But a woman that, as far as, like, with nails, I'm not a big stickler on nails. I just don't like long nails.
Ooh, I don't either. I mean, my skin crawl.
So if you have long nails, now, like, if we're just, like, friends and you put them on my neck, I'm like, ooh, that tickles. But if you're like my wifey material, I'm not judging you, but it's just, like, I would prefer my woman not to wear long nails. Yeah. But, what else?
I want them to have their nails done.
Yeah, nails done.
Nails done, hair done. Stay on top of those things. Be done. Get the fits right.
I can't think of anything else, like, in particular.
Good conversation.
Yeah, good conversation for sure. I like a woman that's, like, comfortable,
Right.
Like,
maybe laugh, too.
Yeah, maybe laugh, sense of humor, but also just like a go-getter. Mm-hmm. It has drive.
Yeah, that's what I say. Be motivated, have drive, not content with, like, where they are in life, and they're just always pushing, like, towards the next thing. And then they can also motivate you. So not just, like, about them, but, like, trying to make sure that you're, reaching your goals and getting better, too, and supportive of whatever you have going on. That's important.
Could you date the lit girl now in your 30s?
The lit girl?
The lit girl.
I'm not going back. Did you not hear me?
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't do it. No,
You couldn't?
I'm too chill. Like everybody know that about me. Like
Yeah.
even when I do go out with y'all, like I'm still chill
You
while I'm
really
there.
coolin'. You really be coolin'
So
all
like
the time.
I can't do it all that raw. Like it make me uncomfortable.
I feel that.
It's just not in my nature. You know what I mean? So, I don't like being in the house too.
I think like in my 30s, like to kind of wrap up the getting lit part, because I know we got to move into some other stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to a point where like I had so much fun in my 20s as far as just like being in the Navy, traveling, drinking, partying, doing a whole bunch of stuff that I wasn't supposed to. Almost getting locked up in the Navy, almost getting kicked out the Navy. But like I think that now in my 30s, I've kind of gotten to a point where like I want to be at peace with the few people I like.
Right.
I like to move in like what is it, packs, not herds. I don't like being around a whole bunch of people.
Same.
You know, like you're somebody I talk to every day, damn near at this point. I got a couple boys, a couple of like homies that I talk to every day. I got an LB I talk to every day. Yeah. But for the most part, man, I like to keep my stuff simple. You know, when you hit me up and like, hey, we outside, bet we can go. But if you hit me up every week, I'm like, I'll go every so often. But like I kind of like I like being at home. I like chilling, like playing the game. Right. So I think in my 30s I've gotten to a point where now I'm trying to build wealth. Right. And how can I build wealth?
Don't go spend it outside.
Can't go spend it outside. And I probably should have been doing this in my 20s, but you know, 20s like it's time. I'm about to say it's time for you to like kind of make those mistakes. 30s, you still got time, but by the time I hit 40 in a couple years. 8 years to be exact.
You really got to start building now, though. Especially
that's what I'm saying.
I read, that meme that used to be going around. It's like, if I would have known life was going to be like this, I would have started saving when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, man, I would have bought a house when I was 5.
Right.
Them interest rates.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I would have, bought a house like when I was in my 20s.
You know, we should have got on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, Bitcoin was like 50 cents like when we were in college. Right. Imagine if we would have bought like 10 Bitcoins.
That's crazy.
You wouldn't be in this doggone rundown. Well, it ain't really
this is not run down at all.
It's falling apart.
All right.
It's one of these spots that literally, I'm gonna say this, like, give me a 10-second rant and then we're done. It's one of these spots where they built really, really fast, but now, where I'm at. Yeah. They built it really, really fast, but then, like, they didn't take into account the fact that people are going to be living here for more than 6 months. All right. That's it.
That was right on cue. Good job, my brother.
Getting better, man.
Love that for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I mean, another big part of being in your 30s too. So we talked about dating or whatever, but also like friendships change.
Nah, for shit, sure.
And I think that's a huge piece that is not talked about enough.
Yeah. Is
like, friends that maybe you've had for years or you've grown up, whatever the case may be, and then also the new friends that you come across, right, or new connections that could be made. And sometimes I feel like when you're in your 30s, you gotta make decisions about who you choose to surround yourself with and who you don't. So kind of like what you were saying about the packs and the herds, right? Keeping that circle small, because when you get too big, it's too much. It could be too much bad influence, or you get caught up in too many things where you feel like, man, I gotta be doing this, I gotta be doing that. You know, gotta be here and there, rather than just focusing on what you got going on and being able to support the people that actually support and like pour into you. You know what I mean? And so I think it's also important too, having friends for different things, right? And what I mean by that is like having friends that are going to hold you accountable, right? I get you. Like I hit the group chat with Jackie and Tilda earlier today, and actually they asked me a question, and I said some stuff back to them, whatever, and they held me accountable to like some old shit that they used to do or whatever per se, and they're like, but what are you going to do about this? And I'm like, well, actually, guys, I've grown. That's what I said. I said, one, I put bullet points, actually. Yeah. And I was like, this. And they were like, okay, we like it, And so, like, but I don't ever have to worry about those two holding me accountable. Like, they're going to keep me in check every time, whether I want to hear it or not. Yeah. And then you got other friends, too, that will be your turn-up friends or whatever the case may be, right? Or that you can talk about, business with, work, those kind of things, family stuff, whatever. Like, and luckily for me, for them, I can talk about all those things. They do all those things with them. I got you. But some other people you got to kind of differentiate with. Like, you're one of those people too. I can talk about all those things with as well. Like, in Omar, the same. But I can't say that about all of my friends.
No, that's fair. But also, like, I'm gonna ask you this question because I always like ask myself this question when it comes to like having to differentiate and put friends in a boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really your friends if you can't like have those conversations? Like they're
you just have them for different things.
Okay, because like I've always looked at it in the standpoint of like maybe it's a male perspective of like how I'm thinking about it.
Tell me more.
Because like I've always looked at friends like I want to all my friends. I want to be able to go out with my friends. I want to be able to like talk to my friends. Like everything. I don't want to have to like put friends in boxes. You know. I feel like if I have to put a friend in a box, then it's like, okay, are you really someone that I would want to like hang out with? You know.
But think about like.
Because like, you do have friends, like, say, for example, I may have a friend that doesn't want to go out.
Yeah.
They choose not to go out.
Yeah.
But I will always invite them out, you know?
Right. Yeah, so it's people like that. But it's also could be like, maybe people you grew up with and you don't get to see as much, right? So
I see
there's a little bit of distance there, but at the same time, I know I could still rely on them to reach out or, be around them and, hang out to some degree or whatever, but talk to them about certain things. But
I get what you're saying.
At the same time, they're not as present every day, so like I'm not gonna come with them with the everyday shit.
So it's almost like those situations of high school friends, like you grew up with, play sports with, y'all graduate, y'all still friends in college, but now like we're going our separate ways. They're starting families, having kids. We may not talk all the time. But when we have those conversations, it's quality conversations.
Right.
But it's not like a everyday type ordeal where I might be talking to my LB every day about everything that's going on day to day.
And I think that's a good point too. Like when you're in your 30s, you do have friends that are getting married, having kids. So those friendship dynamics change totally because they have other priorities. So like us as single people, I mean like not in marriages or anything like that. It looks a lot different. When you have kids or you have responsibilities of being a wife, being a husband, like you don't have time to be doing all these other things, and your responsibilities just look different. So you can't say like, oh, they're gonna be able to do all of these things that we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we taking a trip, we're going to the DR. They might not can do that because they gotta figure out somebody to watch their kids.
And not even that, they gotta think about finances a completely different way because your finances are not just your own; they're
joint. Exactly. So I think. Thinking about all those things and but understanding too, like those are maybe people that you can go to about relationship advice, or maybe it is financial stuff, or like what does it look like having kids and kind of seeing and stuff like that. Like one of my friends, she always sends us like we're in a group chat on like Snapchat, and she'll send us little videos of like her daughter and different stuff. Her daughter was up the other day at like 5:30 in the morning playing in the living room. I say, see what I'm saying? Like, this right here does not make me want to have kids at all.
You don't want kids?
No, I do. But seeing that video up at 5:30, playing, I'm talking about happy, loud, clapping, doing all this stuff. Oh, no. That did not feel
Can I ask you a question?
Good to see. What?
Would you want to, like, conceive? Like, would you?
No, I don't want to carry.
You don't want to carry?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
No. That's also a requirement for whoever I'm dating. Like, you got to be... You
have a beautiful kid. Why don't y'all both carry one?
That's what, they try to say that, but I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No.
Because I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think you should like go to a sperm bank, find someone that's like 6'7", like you can get their like qualities. Like you can literally pick a nigga. Get you someone. You already have the basketball acumen, like it's IQ.
Yeah, I know that part.
We're literally building an NBA player at this point.
I hear ya, but yeah, I don't want to kick it up.
Don't carry.
There's that.
I'm pro-choice.
Thank
you. But now, like, with friends, like, now it's a situation for me where I need my friends to, like, I need all my friends to be, like, honest. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I have friends around me that are not, like, transparent with me about, like, not just, like, their lives, but my life as well, like, the things they see that if I'm going down a bad path, like, hey, dog, like, you need to, like, tighten up. Yeah, like, I can't be around those kind of people. I know, like, prior to, not to just put all my whole life story, this is not a, like, blog or anything, but, like, I lost some friends, like, just because of, like, some shady shit, some stuff that I thought was shady,
Right.
So like I think the way I look at friendships is I value like loyalty and honesty and just like transparency to a different level now.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I think for me it takes a while for me to like build those like relationships up. Yeah. So like I've been in Charlotte for like 3 years. I think I have like 3 or 4 friends. No, maybe 2 friends, like solid dudes that like I talk to. And it took me like months. It took all of us like months to like actually get to a point where we're like sharing like our experiences. Cause like it's almost like we all were like vetting each other to make sure like, okay, this like he's a cool guy, but is he someone I would like invite to my like wedding, or is this someone that like I would want to hang around and go like to a bar with, you know?
Do you think that's harder for guys to do?
Oh, for sure.
Build those friendships rather than women?
I think it's harder for guys to build friendships, but I think our friendships somehow last longer than most women's.
Yeah, because there's less drama.
It's less drama, but also a lot of women that I've seen, they will meet a friend. They would meet a friend within like a day, and they're ready to go to brunch next week.
Yeah,
and they're already locked in by within 2 weeks. Yeah, and then like after 6 months, they're not feeling with each other. Why you? Yeah, she's fake. It's like you didn't know her. Like right. I think that for me, like for most men that I know that I hang around, like we want to make sure we identify friend or foe before we even like break down those barriers.
I think women can be like that sometimes, but I do feel like it depends on the woman too, because I think at times there are some women that do kind of vet out people. You know what I mean? But I also think it's harder for women to befriend other women.
Why?
Because it could be, a status thing. It could be just not vibing about certain stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Or kind of be like, can I rock with her? Can I not? Like, is she conniving? Is there, another like motive behind it? Like, I do think there's a little bit of that, like where they are guarded to some capacity, but then other times they can have conversation and it's just flowing, they just going, and then over time certain things kind of show its head or whatever, and then it starts to change.
And you know what I noticed too? Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a large percentage of women that are not girls.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't have a lot of girls that are my friends.
No, not that.
Oh.
Like, when I say girls, alright, so there was a wise person, a wise woman, my mama, told me that,
like, maybe.
Yeah, so like, she told me, she was like, one thing that could break up a friendship between 2 women, put a dude in the middle and break it up. And I noticed that, like, even with girls that I've, like, talked to in the past, or, like, have friend girls that I've had, they've always been loyal to their guy friends more than their girlfriends. And, like, if their girlfriend is getting, like... Huh?
I can see that.
And I think that, like, a lot of times, a lot of girls are, like, not girls. Like, they're not going to, like, look out for their girl's best interests. They'll believe the guy before they believe the girl. And that's why, like...
I think that's I can agree with that, but only when a woman is dating that guy. Like that bound.
That situation. Okay.
In that situation. I don't think that if it's like a girl and she's friends with another girl and then she's friends with this guy, that she's going to ride with the guy because of whatever happened in that the girl. I think it's if they are in a relationship of some sort, whether it be a situationship, relationship, whatever.
Okay.
Then she's riding with the dude for whatever reason, no matter what the girl say. Now, sometimes it's the opposite, where you do have a girl and she's like, nah, why would she just say this? Like, why would she make this up? Like, nah, it gotta be true. Now, will they run back? They might still. Even knowing the information, like, they could bounce, but then they could run it back.
Yeah.
But I do think that it just depends on the scenario.
Okay. Because I know, like, for most men, there's almost like a loyalty of just, like,
bros before hoes.
It's bros before hoes, and it's like if you're like if you're with a girl and your girl like and one of your homies smash, or it's like some girl that you're dealing with, like in this situation, it's like, oh, your homie smash. You're like, oh well, she going, So it's like
they'll just let it be.
Yeah, let it be.
Why are y'all so cool with being Eskimo brothers?
It's not even that we're cool with being Eskimo brothers, but it's very much a situation of like we want to find a woman that we think is going to ride for us, and if you're not. I
don't think that's always the case. I think y'all just, we just get some coochie.
I don't even think that. I think a lot of guys really like, a lot of guys in their 30s are really trying to find. There are some that are like Turnt, young and Turnt. Like there's a lot of like 30-year-old black men coming up on 30. Some of us have been the side guy. Like we've had situationships. We've had like the occasional one night stand. Mm-hmm. So it's like we understand how it happens, what happens, and like whatever. So it's like if it's a girl that like I'm talking to, and then like it's a guy that I know, he's like, yeah, I just hit that like woo woo. It's like, oh, okay. So now like it's not that I'm cool with it. It's just like, okay, respect. It's not his fault, you know. Like it's really her. Like she went out and did that. So we very much just be looking at it from a standpoint of just, all right, well, on to the next one.
I don't know what it is when like girls mess with the same person or whatever. I don't know if it's Eskimo sisters or whatever, but I'm not cool with it.
Y'all are very possessive.
Right.
Very possessive.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to slide on anybody that's been with any of my friends or anything like that.
I do think that's weird, Coach, because I wouldn't want to. I'm not trying to deal with someone that has like. I personally would not deal with someone else that like. Say for example, if it's a girl that like I think is attractive, but she's dealt with like one of my homeboys, I'm not talking to her.
Right.
Just because like, if the roles were reversed, I would probably like feel away.
Right. Because it's like you've been down that road, like y'all had some type of intimacy there.
Yeah.
And like that's wouldn't sit well with my spirit.
Yeah. But you know, like there is a thing where
I feel like that would happen. It's not because y'all.
It happens all the time.
Like more so, like I feel like when you're younger though, like in high school, college, a little bit. Mm-hmm. But as you get older, like it just don't make sense because again, like you say, you're dating a little bit more seriously. At least you hope.
Yeah.
But even if I wasn't, like if I messed around with somebody even like a year or two ago, and then one of my friends like, oh, I'm talking. Wait, hold on, you moving mad funny. Like,
that's
why are we
different.
doing that? Yeah.
But also, I think that it's been moments where like I've had a friend who literally came up to me and was like, "Hey, dog, like." I know this is a girl that you dealt with. Me and her starting to like each other. He came up to me and like said it man to man. So I was like, nah, that's cool. Like I didn't like, not gonna say I didn't value that relationship between me and her. Like it was kind of like a situationship, but it was very much. He was like, bro, like I think I like her. Like we're gonna try it. I was like, all right, cool. Like I think I can respect that.
Okay.
But like if it was a situation where like he would have just did it, for the certain girl, like probably not. I wouldn't care. But like if it was somebody I really care for, I'd be like, bro. It's kind of weird. Like, why would you do that? Because I look at that more as like a character flaw.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think step into a person, man to man, woman to woman, is a lot easier than like just. It's a lot harder than just doing it.
Yeah.
And just like, because like if I find out, it's gonna be a problem. Because it's not even about.
Why are you hiding it?
Yeah, it's not that you did it or doing it. It's just like, why are you hiding it? You know?
Why did you feel like you couldn't tell me if we cool?
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think that's like with anything as friends too. Like, it kind of leads us to the next thing, like the envy and jealousy type thing.
Yeah.
Like I do feel like sometimes in your 30s too, like you're making career changes as well, right?
Yeah.
Or you're elevating in your career, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then you find out truly who your friends are because are they supportive or are they on the sideline kind of just watching and like, oh yeah, cool, but it's fake. Or they throwing like shade,
throwing shade for real. Yeah,
you know what I mean? And they're not really. Supportive in the way that you want them to.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, you, yeah.
And I think that's the biggest difference of, like, because, some people would give, like, what is it? Hard criticism. Mm-hmm. They'll critique it, but then there's hating,
Yeah.
If every time I come to you with a, like, idea that I have, like, you're always, like, critiquing it, I'm going to kind of think that's hate. Because, like, why every time I try to, like, come with an idea of trying to progress myself, you always find the negatives,
All these ideas can't be bad.
All of them can't be bad. But not to mention, it's just like sometimes I think even if a person has a bad idea, support the idea. If you think it's bad, it's subjective.
Some of my friends thought this podcast was a bad idea.
Fuck them.
Or still could.
Fuck them.
But we here.
We here. Not fuck you like literally. Like we cool. Like we homies.
Yeah. But think what you think. I don't care.
Yeah, like.
This is our outlet.
Yeah, this is our outlet. If you want to listen to it, listen. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen. I actually got homeboys that like legit like have not said it to me or talking amongst each other, but they haven't said to me like, "Hey, bro, are you good?"
You told me about that.
Yeah, I only had one person come to me. Yeah, y'all know. If you listen, you know who you are. But I only had one of them coming to me like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. It's just literally us. Like this is our outlet. Like we're talking about things that we think are important.
It's fine,
and we're gonna keep doing it.
We're gonna keep going.
We're here." But how do you feel about like just in your 30s? How do you deal with like envious and jealousy like within your
I'm not
friendships?
dealing with it.
And have you seen any of that in your friendships like recently?
I can't say that I have. I've maybe felt like there's been some shade or a little bit, but I can't say that it was full on. Or I guess maybe that's a taste of like envy and jealousy or whatever. But I also am very like low key, and I don't share a lot either.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't feel like I give a lot of people the opportunity to feel away. Like I don't try to let a lot of people know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so obviously, like with my business, I gotta promote certain things or say whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you can see it that way. You know what I mean? But I also think in those moments, that's where you see like who's really your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As you're trying to do different things like that. You know, when you have a business or who's supporting it and that kind of thing. But yeah, I can't say that I've really dealt with it head on. But like, if I were to get a taste of that, I'm like, you know what? Let me keep you at bay.
Yeah.
I'm not fooling with that because, like you said earlier, in this time you want to find peace. Like you want people around you that's going to support you, have your best interests at heart, that's praying for you in a positive way, like, and that's going to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not like that, I can't really fool with you.
Because I've noticed that like there are friends that literally are in a bad space, and they are trying to take you down to the depths of where they are.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, and I think that like a lot of if you're new to like this, like you will not see it. You know,
right.
I think a lot. There's been moments where I've had friendships like not in this time being like where in this time frame where I'm a talker. I'm very like open book. So like there's not much that my friends don't know about me. Like I'm very like open about who I am, what I'm going through, because I feel like what I'm going through could help someone else eventually, even if you're not going through it. But I feel like the friends that have tried to weaponize like my like thoughts, the things that I have going on against me, I have cut them out of my life just because like once you show me who you really are, you gotta believe it. You know.
Bingo.
But like I would say like there's been moments where I've actually like hated and been a little envious of like my friends. Like there was a guy that like literally coming out of school, like I really wanted to work for a sports team.
Yeah.
There's a guy literally right now doing exactly what I wanted to do when I came out of school.
Why isn't that me?
And I was like, dang, why it's not me? I'm very supportive of him, but I would never like in my life try. Like deep down, I'm like, dang, like I wish that I could have been that. But then it's like I came to the realization, and I'm not blogging. It's just like the example here. It's just like I had all the opportunities of being where he was, and I didn't take those opportunities, and maybe that wasn't for me. You know.
And that's what I was gonna say too. I think that's like another part of it. It's like, all right, so the other side is seeing your friends do certain stuff or seeing people that you know do certain stuff and not hating on that, right? Yeah. And supporting that, right? Exactly. Even though you know, dang, I could be qualified to do that, or like, how did they get that? Like, and I'm not. Yeah. You know, and I think it's important. Like, I love Pastor Stephen Furtick of Elevation, right?
Okay.
And in a sermon,
clean.
Huh? Yeah, he clean. In a sermon a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about like the same scenario and how you got to kind of shift your thinking of like your win is coming, and everybody's always like, man, when is this gonna happen for me? Like it happened for them. When is it gonna happen? Like one day win, but not like WHEN, but like WIN. Like one day I'm about to win. Yeah, but I got to make sure that I'm working like strategically and consistently, right? Mm-hmm. To move in that direction that I want to be in, right? You know, and that you stay, faithful to God and whatever His plan He has for you, and trust that there's a purpose behind it. You know what I mean? And so whatever like different trials, tribulations you're going through right now is preparing you, or whatever test is preparing you. Because sometimes like you go through certain seasons, and you're like, damn, I'm getting just punched left and right. Like I'm in the ring with Mayweather, just get toe up.
Not for real. Right?
But it's to prepare you for something even greater. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And being ready whenever that time comes. So,
hey, if you're in the Charlotte area, Elevation, nice church. I actually used to go like watch it online.
Yeah, I listen to it every week.
You do?
Or at least I try to listen to it every week.
Actually, I like them.
Me too. I love his sermons.
Have you been to Union?
But I've heard of it though.
It's pretty decent too.
Yeah.
But I think that was a really nice topic. Did we hit everything?
I think so, man.
I think so too.
So let us know what y'all think about that.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all that are listening are in your 30s or, approaching 30.
Coming up on 30 or will be 30.
Right. So
or once we're 30.
Let us know what you think and what you're dealing with in your 30s.
Exactly. Yeah. So, man, let's go ahead and unplug, man. It's time to step into Off the Grid. So let's break away into some of these sports. So, I got on black today, all black, because I'm getting ready for a funeral.
What a joke.
I'm getting ready for a funeral. Because, Saquon Barkley's about to run for another 150. My boy hurts. My boy hurts about to turn up and go for 400 yards total.
Oh, get out of here! If we made that boy put that ball in the air, we definitely win.
I'm getting ready for a funeral.
Throw that bird up. We shooting it down.
Hey, I'm getting ready for a funeral.
Okay,
the Chiefs, our arrows can't fly high enough with them Eagles.
When you win the way that we do, we ain't gotta do a lot of talking. We let the game talk for ourselves.
Man, everything is aligning for us to whoop that ass. But yeah, we're getting ready for. We have the matchup that we have been asking for, that we wanted.
All year long, baby.
So I'm telling you right now.
How about those?
EAGL. No, ELGSES.
That was like, how did Mayor mess that up like that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, come on, lady. We about to kill it. Yo, I was at the bar last week. Yeah. It was literally, I posted it on my Instagram. It was a lady, it was a guy holding up his baby, maybe 6 months. Yeah, hit him low, hit him high, watch those eagles. Baby just goo gaga. But yeah, man, we getting ready for that. That's next Sunday. New Orleans, NOLA.
Yeah, NOLA baby.
Getting ready for Kendrick, the Kill It.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that halftime show to see what he's gonna come out to. The records that him and Caesar are gonna do.
Yeah, like us.
See which ones they pick, because they're not gonna do all of their records together, but they gotta do the ones off Black Panther for sure. All the stars and
30. You gotta do 30 for 30. Luther, you gotta do Luther.
We say that, but he got some hitters, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. And Caesar got to get her stuff off too. So I'm looking forward to that. But
Drake's still gonna be in Australia to be away from greatness.
I don't know, man. Drake don't have to deal with that. What I do think, hot take.
I'm listening.
Drake is gonna drop his album with P&D either on Valentine's Day or that would be after Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. I think they're gonna do exactly. Watch what I say. Remember we said this.
Ooh, yeah. That's a nice take.
I was thinking about that earlier today because he's in Australia. He's going back. He's in a bar and going back to kind of some of his old tracks, just kind of doing some karaoke and shit. It sounded good though. Man. I
can't stand that guy. That guy has been damn near untouchable for the last 6-7 months. Now all of a sudden he's like,
because he about to drop. He about to drop, baby. Drizzy Drake is coming. That's the perfect time to do it. Him and P&D on Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, that's gonna go crazy.
I think they run their course.
Nah, man.
I think they run their course.
Anyway,
but let's go and get back to sports.
Speaking of football, we kind of mentioned this last week. So Aaron Glenn got the job for the Jets.
Yep.
We love to see it, and he just hired Steve Wilkes, who used to be a part of the Panthers organization.
They should have never fired
him. They should have never fired him.
And he was the interim head coach for a while.
Right. I do like the coach that the Panthers have right now, but I agree with that. I want Steve Wilkes to stay as well. But I love seeing black men support other black men and bring them onto the staff. So I'm interested to see what else Aaron Glenn decides to do with that squad. So
I agree.
Got some good young boys on that team, and see what they do.
They got some really nice pieces. Quentin Williams, the Williams brothers, quick Sauce.
Yeah,
they got a nice little squad over there, man. Yeah. Sauce kind of had a down year this year. I don't know what happened with him, man.
I think he's probably just frustrated with the circumstances, but. Yeah, that's exciting. And then obviously Pete Carroll to the Raiders.
Ben Johnson to the Bears. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, all those things. So excited for those guys, and see what happens with some more moves in the NFL.
Yep.
Now you want to talk about the NFL awards that are coming up.
So the NFL awards are this Thursday, February 6th, right before the Super Bowl. So man, we just gonna do a little quick rundown. Not everything, but just the ones that are just really important. MVP, I'm going with Barkley, Saquon.
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna give it to Josh Allen because Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson went head to head.
You
know, and it's like how often does a running back get it? I would feel better if they would have gave it to Adrian Peterson because he had the same.
Dang near broke the record, and came off of an ACL tear.
Bingo, like he should have got it.
Tore his old knee up,
yeah.
I think, so when I think of most valuable, it's Barkley.
Of course, but you're biased.
I'm biased.
I think unfortunately they're going to give it to Josh Allen, but I wish they were giving it to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a quarterback. It's always a quarterback. Right. You know, if Burrow made the playoffs, I would have given it to Burrow. Burrow had a crazy year.
He did have a crazy year.
And then let's go into Offensive Player of the Year.
I think that's what Barkley is going to get.
They always give the running back that.
Yeah.
I always say, like, even though I think that it should be Barkley for MVP, Jamar Chase for Offensive Player of the Year.
He was a triple crown.
Yeah, so sure. I would give him that, but it's going to be Barkley, unfortunately. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going another bias. Zach Bond for the Eagles. Literally, when you put his numbers up next to my guy Luke Kuechly, another Charlotte great.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah, like player. Dang near identical, but
that's scary good.
Yeah, let's get through this quick.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
There's only one name. Hold on. What? I almost turned this whole pot off.
Duh, it's
Jaden
Daniels for sure. Jaden Daniels has done. He did his thing, and I hate he went out kind of sad, against the Eagles, but had a good run. And it's going to be a great lesson for him going forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see him next season how he comes.
And the fact that he was able to knock off two teams in the playoffs and get to the NFC Championship, that is commendable. So
yeah, absolutely.
Kudos to you, my boy.
Yeah.
Even though you're like 25 as a rookie. Well, but
it don't matter. He here. He letting it be known.
Yeah.
Got to be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. So I love that for him.
And then for Defensive Player, Rookie of the Year, it's between. I really want to give it to Quinn Mitchell. I really think the Eagles should sweep every single category, like everything. Quinn Mitchell literally was locked down all season, but unfortunately, we had another rookie great, Cooper DeJean, that played. But Jared Verse, DN for the LA Rams, Florida State represent. Even though I'm a Clemson guy. Bro really balled out, so I'm gonna give it to Jared Verse. I don't know if we played them in the first round. Bro really had
he's tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
But that's my football take. That's our football takes, man. We're gonna get on out of here because it's real.
So we haven't talked much about the NBA since we actually started this podcast. Because to be honest, it's been a little boring.
Snooze fest.
It's not too much going on. I mean, you can talk about the MVP race, but we all know that should go to SGA.
It's SGA.
So the All-Star game though is coming up, and so I guess that's kind of interesting. The viewership has kind of declined in that, but the big news for that is some of these snubs that have happened.
Yep.
And so everybody's talking about LaMelo and Trae Young. Now this is my thing. LaMelo hasn't played many games, and if you start the playoffs tomorrow, the Hornets aren't in it.
They're not.
I get it. He's flashy. I get he has great stats. All those things.
He's averaging 29 points.
Yeah, and all that is well and fine. Love that for him.
Points.
But you're not playing a lot.
29 points.
It's insane.
And
the fans voted him the highest.
He's the number one fan vote getter.
Yeah. So I think that should have been taken into account, sure. But then when it's left to the coaches, I understand as coaches why they didn't pick him.
I understand as coaches, but you're literally losing viewership already.
But you can't make it about that.
The fans are literally telling you who they want the next star to be.
Right.
Listen to the fans.
Yeah. I think it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for the NBA to say, hey, LaMelo or Anthony Edwards, y'all going to be the face of the league because of how they carried themselves to some degree. Think about their interviews. They cuss, they say, they get fined all the time.
They give YN behavior.
Right. And you got to look at a LeBron. He hasn't ever gave that type of behavior.
But
that's why it's yes, here, King, take it.
I think that's why the NBA is spoiled in a sense because they want that clean cut guy. There's not a lot of LaMelos and not a lot of John Morants and there's not a lot of Anthony Edwards in the league right now. I think that's the kind of energy we need. We need that.
Yeah, us as black people, we love watching them, but the lives, they don't. Adam Silver's not let me let y'all be the face of the league here. No. Yeah. It's not happening.
Melo's literally these kids. I remember just a couple years back. I don't know if it's like that now, but I would go to like the AAU games. Literally, every kid was wearing Melos.
Oh, they still do. Yeah.
Do?
But people are wearing Anthony Edwards shoes too. They're wearing John Morant's. Those three guys, they're wearing the most. I see some kids in some Jason Tatum's and stuff like that too. Those shoes are dope as well. But I think it's hard for Jason Tatum to be the face of the league too, because a lot of people see him as soft, and he didn't even win Finals MVP.
Have you seen that Brandon Jennings thing? He was going off on.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I mean, this guy already got a championship. Like, he cooking. Like, chill out, Brandon Jennings. Like, straight. But yeah, so I just think that's tough. And
he's not marketable, and these European guys, the international guys aren't as marketable.
Yeah, because they're European. We want somebody that's homegrown.
I think SGA. I mean, he's American.
Yeah, he just chill though.
Yeah.
But he does have some good, like, one-liners. His swag is dope. Like,
not for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then Trae Young got snubbed. Now, that one, I don't really understand why the coaches didn't pick him. Like, I get that there's some great guards in the East that have emerged. You know what I mean? There's, some different things going on there. But Trae Young, what he's been able to do from a statistical standpoint.
Year in, year out.
Yeah. And he makes that team go.
Yeah, he does. Is it just me, or, like, there's no shock factors in the starters, all-star starters this year?
What do you mean?
Like,
shock factors.
Like Jalen Brunson, is he like a star?
Yeah. I think it's also
he's a good player, but is he like someone that you can market?
I think this is how they view it. Like, small guards coming up, they look at Jalen Brunson like, oh, he's tough. Like, he does play a good brand of basketball, like his skill set. Okay. And I think it's hard for just like regular fans to enjoy some of these people that have been selected for the All-Star game. When you're a true like basketball enthusiast, where you're watching these games and you're like, and it's not just like, oh, I'm looking for the flashy stuff, like that dunk was this, that pass was that, and it's more of like how the game is played from a skill standpoint. Like, yes, Jalen Brunson, yes, Tyler Hero, yes, SGA, because their skill set.
When I look at this Eastern, I'm looking at the starters for the Eastern Conference. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, he's been tough. The Cavs are the #1 team in the East.
Yeah, but I think
and he's been putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah,
and he's dating Coco Jones for goodness sakes. Like, please,
okay, we're not getting votes for Coco Jones.
Oh my gosh, she's phenomenal. She's beautiful. I love chocolate. Oh my gosh. All right,
you got Giannis. You got Jason Tatum.
He's gonna be there all day. Yeah,
we'll kill it. Giannis is marketable.
Yeah, but he's also not homegrown.
Sure. And Carl Anthony Towns, cat.
Yeah, that one's.
That's interesting.
He
has been balling. He's been balling.
So, he's not a very marketable guy. I think he's a little zest, but that's neither here nor there. His girl is fine.
We support all.
We support everybody, But all I'm saying is, like, I understand the frustration because you want to have, like, ideally you would love to have Joel Embiid and Paul George. But them boys not playing. They're not doing nothing.
I think Paul George is, like, he might be done. But that's another story.
Yeah, so you as fans, y'all can't be mad at that. Like, these guys are playing a good brand of basketball. Like, their skill set is huge. They've made a jump since being in the league. I guess earned it.
You're looking for the shot factor of Steph Curry, SGA.
First of all, I watched Steph Curry the other night go 0 in the first half. So
Kevin, you got Nikola. I think Nikola Jokic is marketable. I like him.
He's also not homegrown. You name it, people that's not homegrown, they're not gonna be like. And they love the Joker. They keep giving him the freaking MVP. They love him. There's no doubt about that.
He plays he's literally a slow LeBron James that can shoot better.
Slow LeBron James as well. But I don't know.
He's just a facilitator.
Yeah, he has a great skill set. He can score it in various ways. His footwork is incredible. He's a great passer.
Yeah.
He's a great rebounder. Like, rebounds out of his area to be so low. But
and he doesn't use
his body.
He doesn't use athleticism. Bro could literally play till he's 50.
It's all in the mind for him.
He doesn't care about basketball. He just want to go race his horses.
Yeah.
But
so,
snubs are insane.
I don't even know how the All-Star game is going to be this year, but
I don't even care.
I don't even know if I watch it. I don't think I watched it last year, but actually I might watch it because LeBron the time is dwindling down.
Yeah, I think he has another year or two.
Yeah,
I think the year that he's retiring, I want to buy season tickets so I can make some money. Well, season tickets for the Charlotte Hornets, we should go have.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk you into it.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yo, before we get off the All-Star talk, how do you feel about Caitlin Clark snubbing them?
It's not a snub. I think Caitlin made a great decision to not do it because the All-Star game for the WNBA is going to be in Indy this year. And, why bring all these viewers to the NBA when you could very well just keep them in the WNBA and keep building that brand and making like her saying, "I want to make my first competition be in the WNBA."
I love that.
I think that's huge for building women's sports, right? And you know, she's done a phenomenal job over there. I hate to say that.
Yeah, I think Sabrina had a really she had an opportunity of doing that last year because I know she shot.
Yo, Steph.
But then she didn't do it for the women at WNBA All-Star game.
Yeah, so it's like make it make sense, my girl.
Stupid.
So I like what Caitlin Clark is doing.
Hold on, what did you just say though about Caitlin Clark? Let's talk about that.
She's doing a good job.
Great job.
Whatever.
CC.
Moving on.
Let them C's up.
So as we talk about women's basketball, we've been talking about the top 5 teams, and people are rolling, right? UCLA still undefeated. They handled their business last weekend against Maryland.
Can't be stopped.
South Carolina handled their business. They went 5-0 against something like the top 20, like 5 different teams in the top 20, and beat them with an average of like 27 points. So the closest game was against LSU. And this weekend, Gamecock GOAT Asia Wilson is getting her jersey retired on Sunday. They got billboards up in the city. They got stuff on the outside of Colonial Life Arena. I'm looking forward to tuning into that. They're going to show the ceremony and everything on ESPN starting at 11:30, I believe. And then they play Auburn at 1, I think it is. So it's going to...
Bama be there?
Huh?
Think Bama be there?
I hope so. I hope so. That'd be so cute. I hope so. Hopefully the Heat don't have a game and they're not winning many games. Yeah. So just fly out. Your boy Jimmy.
Might as well fly out there.
Yeah.
Say he's sick or something.
But other good games on Sunday. Notre Dame's playing Louisville. Although Louisville's unranked, that's usually a good battle. So we'll see. The top 25 matchup between Kentucky and Oklahoma. That should be good. Oklahoma just came off of a loss against LSU. That was a back and forth game. They got into a couple of altercations there, which we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
So that passion really came out.
We love that.
We love that. Yeah. So looking forward to watching those games. So y'all plug into that. There's no football on Sunday, so why not watch some women's basketball? You know what I'm saying?
It's so hard to say goodbye.
All right, we're not even saying goodbye. We still got a Super Bowl. Now, Unrivaled. You know I love talking about Unrivaled.
We're locked in.
Yeah, a lot of people are plugged into Unrivaled. I put a post on my story earlier about, are y'all watching it? Y'all not, whatever. Like, they're like, we are plugged in. We like it. It's been must-see TV. And tonight, big matchup between the Laces and the Owls. Woo-hoo!
What a rook gonna do? My fault.
So they both went into undefeated. And we just saw that the Owls actually came back and won.
They did. Kiah Duggins on the last-minute free throw.
Yeah, so she's been hitting a bunch of game winners. So, but that was a great matchup, the little bit that we were able to see. And then Phantom and Rose played earlier.
Yeah.
And Sabrina went off. Yeah, she was off last week, came back this week, went for 32, and Phantom got that dub. So, looking forward to the games tomorrow.
Rose is still on winless?
No, they
won one. They won one last week. Right.
Yeah. But it's been a lot of back and forth. It's been some big games. So, looking forward to just this continuing. And they, are keeping all these different stats of, like, has the most game winners, who's the first to 100 points. Nafisa Collier, who was actually the founder of the league, was the first one to 100 points. So that's pretty dope. Yeah, she's been going crazy. And then they announced this week that there's going to be a one-on-one tournament. I'm like, y'all cooking with some grease now, baby. We're going crazy.
I've seen that.
And so I think that's something that has been talked about for the NBA to do. And so for the WNBA to do it, and then with the stars that they have, it's going to be dope. And they're breaking it up in, like, quadrants, right? And the first place winner is gonna get like over 200 something grand, and then it just goes down.
It's a nice little big event. I'm going with Enrique.
You think Enrique's gonna win it all?
Yeah, I think she's like a one-on-one.
I think Nafisa Collier is like the hardest to guard.
Really?
Because of her skill set, she's so skilled. But I do think it's gonna be hard for people to guard Enrique one-on-one, and honestly, I think it's gonna be hard for people to guard Ron Howard and Tiffany Hayes.
Really? All right, let's go back to Nafisa because I'm trying to educate me a little bit. Who is she kind of compared to? What's her comp in the NBA, like style-wise? Or is she like one of one?
No, I wouldn't say she's one of one, but she's very elite. Probably like Kat, but better because she can stretch the floor, has great footwork around the rim. but also can see the floor, make good passes as well. Brings great energy to her team, and she can defend. You know, and she rebounds out of her area.
Would you say Cat or like Kevin Love, like young Kevin Love?
Young Kevin Love. Oh, young Kevin Love is good too.
Okay.
Yeah. But if we were talking about like right now, I'll probably say Cat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, so looking forward to that one-on-one tournament. So I'm gonna go with Fee, I think.
PMP holding it down.
Yeah. So one thing we got to talk about though.
What's up?
Is all the free agency. Like this has been the biggest like storyline in WNBA history, I think, with all these different moves that have happened. And you know, it was somebody that happened throughout the week.
Trades.
It started over the weekend, and then it continued through the whole week. That ESPN did a special tonight just for more stuff to happen tonight.
Yeah.
You know, so Jackie Young is now with the Aces. Kelsey Plum went to the Sparks. Brittany Griner went to the Dream. And then it came out yesterday that Brianna Jones from the Sun went to the Dream. The Dream is building something down there.
Brianna Jones.
Yeah, Bree Jones. Tall, light skin.
Wasn't she married to her?
No, you're not. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep rocking.
Yeah, but the Dream of building something down there. I'm excited to see what that team's gonna look like with Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, like I said, Brittany Griner, and then you got Bree Jones. And then, shout out to my girl Maya Caldwell, Omar's sister. Hello. Re-signed her contract, too. So, looking forward. And then they got a new coach down there. So, I think they're going to be playing a much better brand of basketball. So, y'all got to watch out for the Dream because girls coming. And then Alyssa Thomas got traded to the Mercury. They're saying Satu Sabli is going to get traded to the Mercury as well. So that's going to be
teams.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot going on. It's going to look a lot different. And then Natasha Howard just signed with the Indiana Fever. That's a huge pickup for them. And Kelsey Mitchell re-signed with the Fever. So it's some good teams. It's going to be a competitive year in the W. And then the Liberty just lost Vandersloot, which I don't know that that's a huge loss for them. But, she went back to Chicago. So. Looking forward to what else is going to happen the next couple weeks.
Hey, Caldwell, Slotwell, hey, Fever and Foe.
First of all, don't come for the Caldwells. And that's my family.
4.
No, the Aces, baby.
Aces?
Yeah, we're going to be all right. Yeah, we got Jackie Young. We got some new energy. We got some new coaches on the bench. Like, watch what I say, man. Watch what I say. But, like I said, I'm looking forward to that. But, moving on to a little bit of music and culture, we had some drops. You text me this morning, like, the Weekend drop. I'm like, I'm not running to that.
Man, Weekend was like a lifetime for me. You know, I remember, like, smoking like when it was never really legal. No, it was definitely illegal then. Right. Smoking right in the car, just, like, singing, like, Weekend, Heartbreak. It was a great time.
Well, I got on Twitter.
It was a great time.
Like, a little bit after you text me, and I saw one of my friends on there who's a big music head like me talking about the album and saying like it was pretty good. So I'm like, wait a minute, do I need to go to this? I was like, I wrote her like, listen, I wasn't trying to run to this, but like you make it sound like I should. She was like, listen to these 3 right there in order. So it's like the middle ones, right there. He went on a nice little run. It was hold on, let me look. There's a little part where he's at, giving up on me. I can't wait to get there. And Timeless. Yeah.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, and enjoy the show too, because Future was in those.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I'm a real big Weeknd fan. I think that he is probably the most comparable as far as like talent wise to like Michael Jackson. I don't care what anybody says.
What? The Weeknd?
Comparable, like as far as talent, yeah, he can sing.
No, you mean Chris Brown?
No.
That's crazy.
No. Chris Brown can sing, but I think that Weeknd.
He's a performer. And he spreads across off like different genres. No, the Weeknd sounds the same all the time.
Weeknd is more global than Chris Brown.
Yeah, probably because of the. Well, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not running neither one of their stuff. Like Chris Brown don't do it for me anymore, and neither does the Weeknd. But that little run in there, I was like, okay,
it's solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
I'm about to listen to it.
I like those 3 to 4 tracks right there. But then Larry June, Chainz, Alchemist. That record's hard.
They have 2. They have Bad Choices and I've Been.
Oh.
They came out. Bad Choices came out earlier in the week, and then I Been came out.
No, Bad Choices came out last week, but I got to listen to I Been.
I Been.
Oh, I didn't listen to I Been. Yeah, I didn't even see that right there. Yeah.
You know, Larry June, he does this like every so often where he'll start just dropping music. Probably the only independent like artist I respect right now in the game that's literally living organically. Fruit juices in the morning.
Okay.
Hey, like I'm legit. Like you would listen to Larry June, the guy would literally have you ready to like buy a business and just like work and grind and just be responsible and not deal with these like scandalous females and women for the women that deal with men that ain't shit. But Larry June is very motivational, inspirational.
I mean, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Good job,
I like his bars and Bad Choices record. So yeah.
So you got that. I was really big on ESTG back in the day.
Don't listen to him. I don't know that.
You don't? He's under Yo Gotti's label.
Oh, okay.
With Glorilla. He has like a nice little stable over there.
I saw you put him on the playlist this week.
I did.
Yeah.
Because he had his album coming out. I love ESTG.
Yeah. And so.
He used to play football. Random fact.
Well, before we get out of here, let's plug in too. We did actually come up with a plugged-in playlist because we got a couple requests on the IG and just different places. People just talking to me too, like, "Hey, I be looking for the playlist, but I actually don't see them." Like, well, I guess we should actually like.
I literally told her, I said, "Yeah, we should do a playlist." She's like, "No, we ain't gotta do all that. We can just do like
just put the songs out there and let them search it themselves."
I was like, "We should just go ahead and put a playlist up there so they can like, oh, like we have a whole list." So now Sierra listened to everyone else, but not her brother.
Right, but we have to give the people what they want. No, that's not the case. We have to give the people what they want.
Yeah,
so anyway, we shared the link. We'll put it in our bio too.
We're almost done now.
Yeah.
Wait.
But
she leaving? She left? She went downstairs? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's that. And we'll be doing that each month. I think we're just gonna do that at the end of the month.
Yeah,
we still gotta put your songs on there, but
we'll still have like our the ones that we want you to listen to, but then we'll update the playlist. Do we want to update the playlist or just
we'll update it.
We must update it like we
we'll take some stuff out, keep some stuff in, keep it moving. But just so it don't get too lengthy for you guys. But as always, we appreciate you guys watching the pod, listening to it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube.
Yep.
Listen to us on Apple, Spotify. Follow us on IG. And if you still have TikTok, follow us on there too.
Yeah,
get back to posting on there.
Yeah. I was posting on TikTok for us, and then I deleted it. I got really...
Yeah, but we better start back posting on there because
we're gonna figure it out.
I wasn't that dumb. I kept it.
I didn't
it was just a political play.
I thought it was over with. I didn't think Trump was gonna bring it back. The one person that y'all all hate, we all hate. He brought it back. So thank you, Trump.
That's what he wanted you to say. Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit.
All right, everyone is looking at me like, why the fuck you just say that?
Exactly.
No, thank you, Trump.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
On that note, let's kill this shit. All right, we out of here. Until next time. Plug.